Hello everyone. So for tonight, I will be talking about today's gospel and its very wonderful meaning and relevance, especially to us in our very own lives, especially at this time of the pandemic. So the gospel for today is Luke chapter 13 verses 10 to 13. It tells us a story about Jesus who was teaching in a synagogue, saw a crippled woman who for 13 years have been like that, and she was bent over, completely incapable of standing erect. But when Jesus saw her, he called to her and said, "Woman, you are set free of your infirmity." He laid his hands on her, and she at once stood up straight and glorified God. So this gospel really seems to be one of those things that we would want to hear, especially during our difficult moments. And having to get to hear it today, especially in this time of the pandemic, is really inspiring. The woman in the gospel seemingly represents or symbolizes us. Us. She was crippled and bent over, unable to stand erect, and somewhat considerably just like us in so many ways. Oftentimes, we all feel like we are that woman, bent over, burdened by our confusions, our struggles, our doubts, our confusions, our troubles. However, luckily we have Jesus. And just like in the gospel, Jesus healed the woman. And certainly, that's what he would also do to us, as we are all his children. Every miracle of Jesus is certainly an act of love towards the person being healed, just like in this story. However, there is more to the story as a beautiful lesson that we can get tonight. One wonderful point we can get from this story comes from the fact that Jesus heals on his own initiative. Yes, we pray and oftentimes we get what we constantly pray for. But that miracle comes simply because of God's goodness and compassion towards us. The woman wasn't seeking for any help or any healing, and yet Jesus saw her, went out to her, and healed her. He knows what we need even before we ask him, and what we just have to do is to remain faithful to him all the time. The next point I want to share is about the fact that this woman stood up straight once she was healed. Just like how the grace of God lifts us up when we have him, we are able to stand up straight, walk with confidence, and face whatever our days may bring with strength and dignity, because deep down we know that we have him. So, to put it in a nutshell, 1. God knows what we need, and he will grant those when it is best for us. And 2, the moment he bestows his grace to us, we will be able to withstand anything in full confidence as his children. Thank you for listening, and good night.